We had a little bit of everything this weekend. I'd say in the first 2 days, our hitting obviously, I guess the whole weekend our hitting really showed up. But hitting really stood out, and defense in the first two days of the tournament. We gave up some runs, but we were able to overcome that with our run scoring and cut off some big innings with some really nice defensive plays. So for the most part, our offense was consistent through the weekend. And then on Sunday, I was really proud of our pitching. Finally, kind of came around. Only give up one run on the day. We've been needing some shutouts. We've been needing to work on those kinds of things. No walks in the first game, which is a huge thing for us. And just an improvement all around for all aspects of our game this weekend. We had some close games. We had to come from behind on a few, and then a couple of them we won, shorthandedly. So we got a little bit of everything this weekend. I think it was something we needed. We needed a really strong weekend. We had a kind of a rough skid there for 4 games. And we're able to come out and play some really good ball, just like I hoped we would. And, I think it gives us some really positive momentum going into this weekend.
Mm-hmm. I think it's fair to say your pitchers aren't overpowering on the mound. What is it you want them to do up there, and what do they need to do to be successful?
Well, I think that one of the things that we've struggled with our pitching is the fact that they're trying to do too much. They're taking too much of the load on their shoulders, and really that's backfired on them, and they've been too worried about giving up big hits, too worried about certain things and trying to strike people out. And they're not strikeout pitchers. They're really effective pitchers that get ground ball outs, that make the offense put it in play, and our defense takes care of the ball. And I think now that they're kind of coming to terms with like the type of pitching that makes them successful, they're getting better and better as we go along, because they're very deceptive pitchers. They move the ball well, they hit their spots, and if they just work on getting the hitters to hit the ball, then strikeouts will come, and our defense is just unbelievable. So infield and outfield, they're both making great plays and doing what we need to do. So all our pitchers have to do is get them to put the ball in play. And I think that showed this weekend. They started to kind of get more confidence in that, and our defense backed them up just like we hoped they would, and we're able to get some wins out of it. So really, I think our pitchers, even though they're not overpowering, they're effective. They really are, and they have good pitches. So I think that as long as they continue to understand the type of pitcher they are and to focus on being effective that way, then we'll be fine.
You talked about getting Carrie healthy and having the 3-pitcher rotation. Mm-hmm. Did you achieve that this weekend? Is it there yet?
Yeah, we were able to get Carrie 2 starts, and that was really important for us to get her some innings. She threw her first complete game, which was really important because up to this point she had not really been cleared to throw a full game. And she was effective and efficient enough on the mound that her pitch count was low enough that she was able to throw all 7 innings in that game on Sunday. And, in her first game, she threw a couple really good innings and then had a rough inning. We put Kayla in, and unfortunately Kayla got injured. She took a ball off her ankle and wasn't able to put any weight on it. So she had to go back in. And then Carrie ended up finishing the game really strong as well. So she had a rough inning in there, but for the most part, she threw 5 or 6 really good innings. And so we were able to get her 2 starts, and then Sheehan got 2 starts. And then on Sunday, Kayla had a couple days to kind of rest up the ankle, and she was able to go in and pitch on Sunday and threw really well. And I think they all got good innings this weekend, and I think that overall it'll be a really strong rotation once we get into conference. We can kind of use any one of the 3 at any time. I feel confident in all 3 pitchers in any situation, so that's kind of a nice place to be.
You're one of the top home run hitting teams in the country. Tell me how important the home run is to a softball game, the dramatics and the run producing. Obviously you hit a home run, you get at least 1 run.
Yeah, we're one of the, I guess, top 2 in the country in home runs per game, if not the top. I think we're 1 or 2, and we. Obviously our run production's huge right now. We're scoring a ton of runs, and that's a big part of it. And it's not something we don't teach people. We don't say you have to hit home runs. That's the last thing you want to do. We teach them to hit the ball hard. And when you hit the ball hard, they're going to go over the fence at times. And, for us, it's a momentum builder. When someone hits the ball over the fence, you're going to get that run. We have some really good table setters, that get on base for us. And then we have some big hitters that hit them in. And but the fun part is just that we're getting home runs from all areas of our lineup, 1 through 9. And so just the fact that no matter where we are, we have the potential to put it over the fence. it keeps us mentally in every game no matter what the score is, because we never feel like any part of our lineup is weaker, because we know we're getting production from all parts. So it keeps that hope alive in the lineup when we're in games that maybe are really close, or we're just losing by 1 or 2 runs, or it keeps us in those games. And I think that's a big aspect of what's made us successful. And we were able to get some of those come from behind victories because of the fact that we really never gave up. We never felt we were out of a game. And that's a big part of softball, is that mentality of not giving up and just kind of still feeling feisty.
You have, 22 wins now? You had, 19 last year? I might be wrong on my numbers, but I'm close.
Yeah, we got 22 wins, and we had 19 last year. So, our first win on Friday gave us that step up over the, our last year's season total. So it's exciting. I mean, it's a really great place to be. We're only in the end of March, and we're able to surpass last year's total. It means we're doing things the right way, and we're heading in the right direction with the program. And hopefully we'll continue to improve from here out.
Do the girls notice? I mean, they have to notice a win and feel proud of the improvement, because this team has been through some hard times, and they're having a fantastic season.
Yeah, I think the team is just enjoying the feeling of winning. I mean, it's something that they weren't used to. It's a feeling that you have to learn how to enjoy, because if you're in a team that maybe has struggled for a couple seasons in a row, and you kind of get used to losing, and to change the mentality back to expectations of winning is a hard one to do. And I think that we've done that now, because every game we go in, we expect to win. And not that anything is ever expected to be given to us. We know we have to fight for every win, but the girls expect to compete every game. And they don't feel outmatched by anyone that we face. And that's huge. That's a huge mentality change in this program. So the girls are excited. I don't think they're caught up on numbers right now as far as how many wins we have, how many losses we have. They want to go to postseason, and that's the focus that we're on right now. We're not worried about the numbers. So, for us, it's all a process. We're still kind of, we're in the middle of the season now, and we have a long road ahead of us. We've got a tough weekend ahead of us. We've got a tough, conference ahead of us. So I think that we're just kind of taking it one day at a time, and hopefully taking out some big wins, over the next couple weeks.
You talk about them not feeling overmatched and having expectations of winning. That's probably important this week. You're going against, number 6 Texas 3 times, and playing Tulsa one set.
Yeah,
Tell us about the challenge of playing a team that good with a great pitching staff.
Oh, yeah. Texas they're taking care of business. They only have 2 losses this year. They're doing it offensively. They have great pitching, and, it's going to be a great challenge for us. One thing I feel good about is the fact that we've faced some really great pitchers already this season, and we actually tend to do better against the better pitching. Sometimes we've actually struggled against some of the weaker pitching. So I'm confident in our girls as far as them keeping the same approach. We just have to make sure that we're doing what's made us successful all this time, and not try to change things up because of our opponent. Texas is going to be a tough challenge, and no doubt about it. They're ranked 6th for a reason. And but I think we're up to the challenge, and I think it's going to be kind of a dogfight kind of weekend. And Tulsa's up there getting votes and have been in the top 30 in the country all season. So this is going to be 4 great games, and anything could happen. And I'm excited to see what our girls do.
You're getting closer to conference. I imagine you like the way things are going. Yeah, they had the one little bump, but now you're on a 5-game win streak, and then you get challenged at Texas, which has to help going into the conference.
Oh yeah, anytime you can play a tough competition, especially right before conference, it's a good preparation, tool for us. And no matter what happens, whether we go 4-0, 0-4, or whatever this weekend, it's all about preparation, and that's how we're looking at it. We're gonna go into conference having faced some of the best pitchers in the country, some of the best lineups in the country, and competed with some of the best teams, and I think that experience, we've been learning from all of what we've been doing so far, good and bad. And, everything that we've learned, we're hopefully going to implement when we get into conference. So I think we'll be hitting conference, ready to go. We'll have a little bit of a week break before we go into actual conference play. We have a bye weekend that weekend, the first weekend of conference. So we'll just have a chance to kind of rest up and heal up, and then we'll be ready to go, with San Diego State at home.